I love pizza, and I know that there's technically kind of some good things in pizza, but I don't know how healthy pizza really is. Come closer to your TV because we have an awesome, healthy pizza for you from Fit and Free. You get 13, and look at your screen, 100% fat-free, sugar-free, cholesterol-free pizzas. $59.32, shipping and handling included, and $275.73. Lock it into auto delivery. But I want you to take a look at these delicious pizzas and tell me that you think that that is fat-free, sugar-free, and cholesterol-free with the crispy crust and the gooey cheese. We got Steve Need here, who is a former fitness enthusiast. Currently, he's a teacher, and I just love the fact that you really said to yourself as a pizza lover, concerned about health and concerned about fitness, you really created this for yourself because it was, you know, one of your favorite foods and one of America's favorite foods.
Absolutely. They always say that necessity is the mother of invention, and you know, that's really true here. And if you take a look at the pizza share and look at this, fat-free, sugar-free, pull a piece away and watch that cheese string.
Look at this right here. Watch this.
Gooey.
Whoa, do you see that? How is that fat-free cheese? That's amazing. You worked for a really long time to get this right. We've
been doing this for 20 years, and actually 21 now. Time flies when you're having fun.
Exactly.
But if you look at the cheese, that's really the secret. When you're pulling away the cheese of a fat-free product, you get that kind of string, that kind of goo. I mean, that's really what you're looking for in a fat-free product.
Beautiful. So again, $59.32, and you're getting 13 pizzas. And let's talk about, first of all, how this really came to be. So again, you were trying to be really healthy, and so you just sort of created in your own kitchen.
Yeah, pretty much. You know, because I'm a health enthusiast and I've always tried to watch what I eat, and now that I'm getting a little bit older, the nice thing is that some of those healthy habits are really paying off. We started to create the product for that reason, you know, to provide a better source for pizza. And you know, pizza is America's #1 food, so.
It really is. Yeah, it's definitely one of the top 2. And you can see right here, this is what you're getting. 13 of them, and they're all perfectly individually sized. If you want to cut up some fresh vegetables and put some fresh tomatoes or peppers or mushrooms or whatever you like on top, you can. But the fact is that you're eating something that's delicious. And I'm going to take a bite right here because it's been a long time since I've been on the air with you.
Okay.
That crust is so crispy, and then you get just the right amount of sauce. It isn't too salty, it isn't too sweet, and that cheese, honey. Well, I'm so glad you worked a long time on that, because that is really what sets us off.
And that's really the key. When you're looking at a pizza, you look at that cheese, you look at that melt.
Beautiful.
That's fat-free cheese. Look at the stringing.
Fat-free cheese. And this is sugar-free and cholesterol-free, and honestly, I don't know how you did it.
And here's a couple
I'm not missing it.
Here's a couple great things too. A great way to sneak some vegetables in for your kids. You look at some of the traditional Italian vegetables we have here. Turkey pepperoni, turkey sausage, chicken sausage. There's a million different ways that you can do this.
In a healthy way.
To really give your kids what they're looking for. I'm telling you, your kids will not notice. When they bite into a piece of cheese like this, they're not going to notice the difference.
Yeah, seriously, we don't have a lot of these to go around, so if you would like to dial in, we only have about 400 of these remaining if this is what you want to pick up today. So first of all, I need to ask you 2 questions.
Sure.
The first question is, how are these made?
That's another interesting caveat to the product. These are actually made by the same staff we've had for probably 6 or 7 years now. They always tell me whenever I go on, they say, make sure you tell everyone we make them with love right here in Akron, Ohio, and they really do. They really care about the product. They eat the product themselves. They love the product, and they take great care in providing a great nutritional product for you.
Kudos to your entire team. This is so delicious.
I couldn't do it without them. They're great employees, and they treat the business like it's their own.
And you know what I'm so amazed at? I mean, here you can see the cheese once again. The cheese is delicious. There's no aftertaste like you find with a lot of the fat-free types of products that you find in the marketplace, but the crispiness of the crust and the butteriness of the flavor, it's all, again, part of the trial and error that Steve has done over the course of the past 21 years to get this exactly right. And I actually think I taste a little bit of love baked in this one.
A little bit of love in there.
I taste the buttery crust, and I taste that love.
Well, you did mention something that's important too. We don't add fat substitutes. There's no trans fats, there's no fat substitutes, there's none of that stuff in this product. We process the fat out and the cholesterol out, much like they do with skim milk. We take a dairy product and pull the fat out rather than adding fake fats to it. So you know you're feeding your family something that's good, nutritious, and healthy for them.
That you feel really good about. So again, whether it's giving something to your kids, because what kid doesn't love pizza?
And while you're talking about that, I'm actually a high school teacher. Yes, I still teach high school economics. Great lesson for economics and business.
Are your students watching you today? Are they watching you right now?
Some of them, I'm sure.
Hi, students, if you're watching.
But the other thing too, with high school kids, you know, if you have them at home, they're very finicky.
Yeah.
So if they don't like it, they're going to be the first to tell you they don't.
Yeah, my 3-year-old is going to be very finicky as well. So.
They don't know.
Yeah,
just
you
cook
don't know
it
the
for
difference.
them, put some pepperoni, some turkey pepperoni if you really want to be healthy. Give this to them. They're not going to miss it. Look at that.
Yeah,
they're not
me
going to miss that.
You and me both. It's like this has even been sitting here for a while and I'm still getting the cheese, you know, not just right out of the oven, but a couple minutes later, you're still getting that cheese that is so amazing and delicious. 200 of these are remaining. So let me remind you, we've got this on auto delivery, and this is really important. It's been a while since I've personally been on the air with Steve because he's a busy guy. He teaches economics. He can't come here all the time. It's the summer, so he's a little bit freed up. If you go on auto delivery, you don't have to wait for Steve to come back to actually see these presented on the air. So every 2 months, you'll get 13 more pizzas coming directly to your home. And again, shipping and handling is included for every one of those shipments, and your price is locked in for 1 full year. So here's my second question.
Sure.
I asked you the first one about how
Sure.
they're made. The second one is, how do we prepare them?
Very easy. You can see we're just using a toaster type oven. That is actually the best way to cook the product. However, you can do the same thing with your oven at home. Put the pizzas directly on the oven rack.
Right.
Of course, you want to unwrap them. This is a wrap pizza. You want to unwrap them.
Take
set
the whole wrapping off.
All the packaging.
Okay.
Set it directly on your oven rack at home. And then what you do is you move your oven rack close to the top heat source. And you'll find that it browns it and bubbles the cheese beautifully. Beautifully.
Ooh.
Little inside chef tip there.
I love that. And that's from frozen, you said, right?
We tend to like to thaw them, but you can cook them frozen too. I think they just cook a little bit better thawed personally.
So how long do we thaw them out before we put them in?
I don't really watch the time. I'll set them down there 5 or 10 minutes, just enough to let them kind of soften up just a little bit and put them right on the oven rack.
5 or 10 minutes is good. Any busy mom knows 5 or 10 minutes is a good thing just before you pop it in the oven. So again, $59.32 with your shipping and handling included. And everything that you see on the screen is true. 100% fat-free. 100% sugar-free, 100% cholesterol-free. And fat and sugar are really important, and they're usually at the top of the list, but there are some people where cholesterol is a really big buzzword.
Oh, yeah.
So it's important to note that it's 100% cholesterol-free, and we have fewer than 100 left to go around. If you want to try it out, even with food at QVC, we have a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee, but the fun part actually about food is that if it doesn't work out for you in 30 days, you don't have to send anything back. You can eat every last pizza in the box, and if it wasn't exactly what you thought it was going to be, you can call us up and say, hey, I'd like my money back, and we want to make sure you're happy. But I think when you try it, you're going to be amazed because you're not going to miss any of that stuff on your screen.
21 years, Sharon, and I'm still my biggest customer. I still eat these
all
at least
the
once a
time.
week.
Tell those students of yours we said hello.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. It's M27573, just under $60, and stay with us because